Hello everyone, this is Roli here and today we will cover an important topic which is a div and a span. Many of you may find difficulties in remembering what actually a div is and what a difference between them, a div and a span. So today we will clear out the whole doubts you have about a div and a span. So let's see why a div and a span is useful. Say you have header h1 and you have written something inside this header h1 and you have another, let's say, a paragraph. Say anything, the content, write anything inside this paragraph. See, if you want to make changes like changes in the color, so what you do is you take h1 and go to style sheet and make changes to h1, and say if you want to make changes to p, go to style sheet, write p, then a curly bracket, then make changes to p. If you want to make the changes to both of them at the same time and the same changes, so you can use a div. So what a div does is, div is just used as a container. So let's say if you want to change this whole content, both this content, so include this inside a div. So div just act as a container. So let's show you how a div actually works. Save it. So I have written this whole content h1 and p inside this div. Now I will go to my style sheet. Instead of individually writing h1 and p, I will write just a div and the curly bracket, and whatever changes you need to make, just write it. Let's say I want to color it red. Okay, save it and go to our HTML page and launch it in Firefox. See, the changes has been made in both this content. So div actually act as a container. Now you may ask, what is a span? The span works as the same as well. Span is also a container. So let's just write span, and here also span. Save it and go to the external CSS and write here span. Save it and refresh our page. Here it goes, guys. Same, it works the same. Then you may ask a question, what the actual difference between a span and a div is? Div we can say is a block element and span we can say is an inline element. So what is a block and inline element? Let's just show you with an example what the actual difference is. Let's write just a simple text here. Say div. Inside this div I will write a simple text here. This is Rolly. Okay, just save it and go to a CSS, write your div, go to our page and refresh it. See, the div is taking, what a div actually does is, div actually takes the whole width of this text. The whole line is taken by the div. The width, the default size of width is the whole line out here. To show you the default width, what we do is just print the background color here. Background color, let's say it yellow. Save it and refresh it. So this is the default space taken by a div element. But let's say, how about span? If we include a span and do a span as well and go to our external and do span and refresh it, the span only takes this much text portion. It does not take the whole width. So this is the basic difference between a span and a width. Say if you have a whole lot of text going on here, and if you want to make changes to a particular text, let's say I have a whole bunch of text here. Let's write anything you want, and I want to particularly make changes to this Rolly. So you will use span rather than using div, because div will take a whole line which will print your Rolly into a next line. I will show you an example. Let's first show you the span. I have written span here. Save it and go to external sheet here, span. Okay, just go to and refresh it. As you can see, only the text only is been changed with the help of span. Now let's say if I include a div, so let's just include a cast element as well, div. Let's go to external sheet and write div instead of span and save it, and let's go refresh it. So before going to refresh, what are your guesses? What will happen? Let's just see. Refresh it. As you can see, the role lead text is been into a new line. So the div actually takes the whole width of that text. So if you want to make particular changes to a text, small text, go with div. Not go with div, go with span. And if you want to change a whole block of code, then go with div. Always remember guys, div is a block element and span is an inline element. Inline element means a specific text, a specific portion of a text, and a block means a whole block of a text. That's it for this video guys. If you like the video, please hit the like button.